What is up, all of my beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. Do you own a 3rd gen 2014 to 2018 Silverado or Sierra? Does it just not have enough horsepower and you want just a little bit more? Or do you want to get rid of that truck sound? You want to get more of a race car sound or more of a Corvette sound out of it? If the answer to that is yes, then you do want to stick around and stay tuned for this week's video. Right now, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. Again, welcome back everyone to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. I'm glad each and everybody could stop back by this week to see what's going on here at the garage, here at the compound. Now last week we didn't have much going on. The weather was trash. We didn't have our products in. We just really couldn't do much. Some things have finally arrived, but the weather is still garbage. We're in sub-zero temperatures right now, and for Kentucky, that's just not something that we're used to. So in today's video, I'm going to show you something that's, like I said in the beginning, is going to change the sound and give you a little bit of horsepower for your 2014 to 2018 Silverado. Now, I also said 3rd gen. I get 3rd gen starts at 2013 and goes up to 2019, but this specific product is just for the 2014 to 2018. This is just going to be a showcase video. It will not be a full installation video at this time. There will be a full installation video, but it's going to have to be after the weather breaks, obviously. A reputable company hit me up about several months ago and said, we like what you're doing with your videos, would you like to help us out? At that specific time, I had to turn them down because I did not have anything that really could work with what they had. So respectfully, I said, not at this time, maybe we can work together in the future. Well, I guess they seen where we bought Project Utility Truck and went through all of that, and they hit me back up and said, hey, what about now? Is now a good time? Absolutely. So we've done some discussions and we are now partnered with DYNOVOX. DYNOVOX is a US-based company that specializes in intake and exhaust tuning parts. The mission of DYNOVOX is to enhance horsepower, maximize torque, and to elevate the overall off-road experience. Their products range anything from manifolds, headers, up pipes, down pipes, clamps, and even EGR and DPF delete kits for you diesel guys. And let's not forget the people who have to pass the sniff test. They also have catalytic converters as well. So needless to say, from your 4.8, 5.3, 6.2 Silverado and Sierra guys, down to your 6.0 Powerstroke, 6.7 Cummins, 6.6 Duramax, and even Cobalts and HHRs and everything in between. If you need any performance parts, go check out DYNOVOX. They got you covered. So without further ado, we're going to open this box from DYNOVOX and we're going to see what they send us, which I already know, but I'm going to show you guys. Let's check it out. Now this actually should be the full kit, which would include the 1 7/8 long tube headers, comes with the Y pipe and the gaskets and necessary clamps and bolts that goes along with this. And this kit is a complete kit. Got your full-on gaskets and clamps right here. We'll stick those off to the side. Assuming what would be a connector pipe. Have your Y pipe. We'll get all this out in just a second. The other piece that goes to your Y pipe that connects to your muffler or connects to the muffler. Then you have the party. You have the stainless steel long tube headers. Now they are 1 7/8 primary, and they do have the 3-inch flange. Comes with the bung and ready to roll. What I can see of the piece right now, it looks really well. No sugaring on the inside, which means that they've taken the proper steps to actually weld on the inside so it doesn't flake off and actually go through the exhaust. A nice piece. And let's get you guys in here so you can check this out. I chose the long tube headers, but they also have shorties on there as well. And if you don't understand the difference between the two, not only is the sound different, but shorty headers are more for torque. They're more for bottom end. And if you like that top end power, then you more than likely want the long tubes. And for me, and for what I like, typically LSs are pretty torquey to begin with, so I want more upward power than I do bottom. So that's why I opted for the long tube headers. It is a kit, but you can also get it separately. If you just want the headers, you can do that. The Y pipe, you can do that. Or if you want this, but you need the catalytic converters, you can also choose that as well. Full disclaimer, I will not be responsible for your research. You have to do your own research, whether these headers will fit your specific truck, car, whatever, or whether your state will actually allow this type of performance mods. That's just something that you have to look into. I personally won't be responsible, and neither will DYNOVOX. That's on you. Now, with that being said, this is a nice kit. I don't see anything wrong with it. The welds look great. Everything is put together the way it should be. From what I can tell, everything pieces together also the way it should. There are a couple of things though that I personally don't like, and I think for me it's just a personal preference type of situation. One is these gaskets. I'm not particular about any other gasket other than General Motors, and the reason being is I've had bad luck out of gaskets. I've always seemed to have better luck out of General Motors gaskets with the copper sealant on top of it. I get a better seal and I don't have to worry about going back in later to redo the work. Now, these could be the best gaskets ever. I don't know, but I don't want to take the chance. The second problem that I have is with these bolts. These bolts honestly just doesn't look up to spec to me. To me, for what I'm personally running and for what I'm doing, these bolts are really just not heavy enough. So to me, I'm either gonna get a heavier grade bolt, like a grade 10 or better, or I'm gonna get ARP. To me, that's the best bolt there is. And for me running what I'm planning on running later in the future, I don't want to have to redo this 2 or 3 times. And I sure don't want a broken bolt inside of my head. So yes, these will probably be replaced. As I said earlier, this video we're just showcasing what DYNOVOX is and showcasing their product. But there will be a full installation and a full sound comparison later on. Obviously, we can't do it right now due to weather issues. And yes, I know you guys are thinking, well, you got a garage, you've done things before, and yes, you're right. But what you don't understand is the garage door doesn't close correctly. It's just a big ordeal and a big hassle. And I want to be able to take my time and show you guys completely how things work without being rushed. So with that being said, there will be, I don't know when, but there will be a full installation coming soon. Before I end this video, I want to touch on a couple of things, because I know there's going to be a couple of people in the comment section that's going to say, hey, I've looked at DYNOVOX and there's videos out there about them doing things to headers that I don't necessarily want any part of. But you got to step outside the box and you got to think about some things. If you take a four-wheel drive and you jack it up, what do you have to do typically? You have to cut parts, you have to weld different things on. It changes the altitude, it changes the geometry of everything, including your headers. Now I know there's some other companies out there that claim that, you could just bolt them up, but yet who's to say that you can or can't? You don't see those videos. However, what happens when you bolt these headers, these DYNOVOX headers, up to a stock or a stock lowered Silverado? Well, I don't know. That's what we're going to find out, and we'll find out together. Now, as of right now, like I told you, these headers are on point. I like them. There's just a couple of things that I'm going to change. It's personal preference only. However, for the low price of $600, I'm sure shipped to your door, I don't think that's a pretty bad deal at all, in my honest opinion. And that, my family and friends, is a wrap for this week's video. You do want to stick around and stay tuned for the full installation and full sound comparison just as soon as the weather breaks, whenever that may be, we can actually get the truck in here and do the full teardown. Also, you interested in more 2024 Road Glide content, stick around for next week's video. Running Panther sent us another product for us to check out, and well, it may be something you're interested in. Who knows? Stick around and stay tuned. I love you, fam, and until next week. You ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.